Welcome to the IDFC Capacity Building Initiative for Tracking Green Finance. Over this series of 9 e-learning videos, you'll get a deep dive into the methodologies and tools IDFC members use to enhance their green finance tracking efforts. In this video, we'll explore how the common principles guide urban development towards a sustainable future, focusing on 3 key areas: mitigation, adaptation, and biodiversity. Our world is becoming increasingly urban, and cities now stand at the forefront of addressing climate change and biodiversity loss. Over half of the world population live in cities, accounting for over 70% of global CO2 emissions. Over 1 billion of these people live in informal settlements. These challenges call for integrated solutions that align with SDG 11, which aims for cities that are inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. Some mitigation that takes place in cities is already counted in other sectors, such as transport and energy. For urban climate mitigation, we therefore focus on 2 remaining sectors: buildings and solid waste management. In the buildings sector, mitigation approaches include measures and policies to improve energy efficiency in residential and commercial buildings and increasing green space that acts as a carbon sink. The solid waste sector has an important potential for mitigation. Cities can cut emissions by changing how they handle waste, starting with sophisticated separation and collection systems. Biological waste can be transformed into valuable resources through composting and anaerobic digestion, and advanced waste treatment facilities can capture landfill gas for energy production. Urban biodiversity initiatives are growing in our cities through 2 main approaches: green infrastructure and urban pollution management. Cities are becoming laboratories for nature-based solutions, where urban planning takes its cues from natural systems. What makes these biodiversity initiatives particularly valuable is their ability to address multiple challenges simultaneously. When restoring urban ecosystems, for example, it can also create natural flood protection systems while supporting local biodiversity. However, for these activities to be eligible, a thorough analysis is needed to ensure that a restoration plan is established, describing the baseline and referring to recognized international standards, like, for example, IUCN's Global Standard for Nature-Based Solutions. Urban adaptation is an immediate need for the resilience of our cities. Type 1 activities focus on making wider projects resilient to climate risks, such as the incorporation of flood prevention measures into a road building project. Type 2 activities have dual adaptation and development objectives, such as the heat-proofing of an urban informal settlement at risk of heat waves. Type 3 activities are transformational activities with a primary adaptation objective, such as a capacity-building program for local governments to develop and enact adaptation plans for urban areas. Thank you for watching. By weaving together mitigation, adaptation, and biodiversity measures, we're not just building sustainable cities, we're creating urban environments that actively regenerate our natural world. For more information on sectoral guidelines for tracking climate finance, please refer to the Common Principles for Climate Mitigation and Adaptation Finance Tracking on our website, or sign up for our next workshop on the Common Principles.